We've all been involved in the conflict or war with Iran, and this video is happening at a crucial time because my understanding is, from listening on the radio earlier today, that President Trump is in the Situation Room as we speak and deciding whether or not to sign not the final deal, but the first deal, a memorandum of understanding, which would go for 60 days between Iran and the United States. And if he signs, then I think that will be a sign from the markets that the odds of a final agreement between Iran and the United States got a lot better. And we are seeing, among other things, that the price of crude oil is down a couple bucks. I think the last I saw was like 86, 87. And if we're talking about, I believe it's West Texas crude, the highest it got was 104. And so now at 80, 86, we're down essentially halfway back to normal, back to the area in the high 60s, early 70s per barrel, which is where we were when the Iran war began. And so, as I've said in the newsletter, thinking that this was a possibility caused me to recommend to everybody anything, any energy stocks, oil stocks, and so on and so forth that you might own. I recommend getting out, because if we get this kind of a major drop in oil as a result of the Strait of Hormuz being open, which is one of the key conditions for the deal, then I think it's going to be tough for the average stock market investor to say, "Oh, I want to buy an oil company." It's going to be the other way around. So this is a very important element, and if in fact this happens, it also will continue to be our overall strategy, which is there are really only two areas that we're very strong on taking major positions. One is the silver miners, and the other is over on commodities, feeling that interest rates will be going up more, and therefore the interest rates such as the SOFR puts are attractive, as well as the JGB, the Japanese 10-year bond, for both thinking that if interest rates go up, then you make money by being short the JGB and owners of the SOFR puts. Now, I think most of us would agree that if this happens with the moving toward ending the war in Iran, then that's not going to initially be good for interest rates going up. However, we've seen quite a rebound from the drop down in drop up in interest rates. We've seen a little lower interest rates in the last few days, and I noticed that today, I think if this were to happen, if this memorandum of understanding were to be agreed to, that probably we've about seen the bounce in lower interest rates as a result. Why do I think that way? Well, let's go into that in some more detail. I will predict that that'll be about our next video. In the meantime, why enjoy the focus on Iran, and as an American, I have to say, here's hoping that President Trump does sign this memorandum of understanding.